Alrighty guys, we're back for some Soldier Aggro, and this is a Dominaria United Standard Brew. We're going to go over the deck, then hop right into some Ranked, but first things first, for anyone who may not know, I'm Red Cat and I play aggro decks and any decks with red in them as well, so I hope that sounds fun to you. Also, we do got that Discord link down in the description if you're interested in joining that up. Guys, the Brothers War is coming out very soon, and it is bringing a bunch of new soldiers to Standard. So I wanted to go ahead and put this build together so we can see how much it changes once the Brothers War actually does release, as that is probably going to be one of the first videos I make because soldiers look ridiculous. I don't know if you guys saw any of the Brothers War previews, but dang, dude. Looks like a lot of power. Let's go over this build real quick. We got 4 Hopeful Initiates. It is a creature that is not a soldier in here, and that is okay. We need a 1-drop. Well, we don't need one, but this happens to be a powerful one. The 2 mana and a white to remove 2+1/+1 counters from among creatures you control to destroy target artifact or enchantment happens to come in handy often, and you're probably just removing a couple counters from this as you train it on up. So a very powerful card. Got a single Cathar Commando and a single Sungold Sentinel as kind of our utility soldiers, right? This helps us gobble up cards from the opponent's grave that we don't want in there. And Cathar Commando can also hit artifacts or enchantments, which is pretty good. And the flash might actually come in handy too. We also have Resolute Reinforcements in here with the flash as well. It might come in handy to be able to drop these at the end of the opponent's turn, for example. So we'll see. Reinforcements is really in here to help us go wide though, and then of course we want to buff that wide soldier board state with Valiant Veteran, a 2 mana 2/2. Other soldiers you control get +1/+1, and then it has another ability on here where you can pay 3 and double white, so 5 mana, exile Valiant Veteran from your graveyard, put a +1/+1 counter on each soldier you control. So that might come in handy, guys. That's actually a pretty cool little secondary ability on there. We also got 3 Thalias, which of course is going to be very powerful, and it's mainly going to hit the opponent in this build. There's only one card that we're worried about on the top end, and I'm not that worried. If we make our top end a little bit more expensive with Thalia, it's definitely worth it. It's worth having this in here for sure. We also have 4 Guardian of New Benalias here, 2 mana 2/2 with Enlist. You guys might be seeing this more often as it's pretty powerful. Whenever Guardian of New Benalia enlists a soldier, enlists a creature, my apologies, scry 2. So, never underestimate the power of scry in an aggro build. I always bring that up. Also has an ability here that makes it a pain in the butt. We can discard a card. Guardian of New Benalia gains indestructible until end of turn, and then we tap it. Yeah, very powerful creature. Got 4 Brutal Cathars for our main removal in the deck. Cathar is a soldier, so sweet. We got a couple Adelines. It's not a soldier. Worth having in here though. You want to kind of think of this build as a mono white aggro build, but then also it has a soldier package mixed in here. So yeah, this is probably one of the cards we'll take out when the Brothers War actually does release and we get a bunch of new soldiers, right? We got 4 Gavony, yeah, I've never pronounced this card. Wait, what's happening? Anyways, Dawnguard here. This is a 3 mana 3/3 with Ward 1, and Ward 1's actually pretty cool. If it's neither day nor night, it becomes day as Gavony Dawnguard enters the battlefield. Whenever day becomes night or night becomes day, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card with mana value 3 or less from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. No. In any order, my apologies. Okay, so this is our card draw of the deck, and what's pretty cool is it gets the day-night cycle going for Brutal Cathar, and of course Brutal Cathar gets the day-night cycle going for Gavony Dawnguard, so nice. In our 4-drop spot, we got 4 Serra Paragons, another non-soldier creature that is definitely going to be worth it in here, and you guys are probably seeing Paragon in a lot more builds. So, excuse me, guys. Okay. This is a 4-mana, 3/4 flying. Once during each of your turns, you may play a land from your graveyard or cast a permanent spell with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard. If you do, it gains. When this permanent is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, exile it, and you gain 2 life. So this pairs pretty well with Guardian of New Benalia's discard ability, but also it just pairs well with all of our opponent's removal spells, which there are a ton of them packed into standard right now. Okay, our very top end, Elspeth Resplendent, a 5-mana, 5 loyalty planeswalker, which we actually don't get to see very often. The +1 ability, we get to choose up to 1 target creature, put a +1/+1 counter, and a counter from among flying, first strike, lifelink, or vigilance on it. Now, it's pretty sweet because Elspeth helps us wrap up longer games, and we've actually won games by giving our Adeline flying and then swinging in with a nice chunky Sky Adeline. So it's a pretty cool card, but then also -3 here. Look at the top 7 cards of your library. You may put a permanent card with mana value 3 or less from among them onto the battlefield with a shield counter on it. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. So what's sweet about Elspeth as a 1-of on the top end is the Brutal Cathar. There are going to be plenty of moments where we can use Elspeth as like kind of a removal spell, -3, because 7 cards is a ton of cards. Hope that we hit Brutal Cathar, and I gotta be real with you guys, a lot of the times we do, which is pretty sweet, right? And then remove a card from your opponent's board with the Brutal Cathar and then swing in for the game, right? So that's kind of the plan, and if it's not game then and there, hitting Brutal Cathar and giving it a shield counter is pretty sweet, but then also there's just so many other powerful cards that we can hit with that -3, like a Valiant Veteran, for example, and then buff our whole soldier board state as well. So the -7 create 5 3/3 white angel creature tokens with flying might come in handy. I don't think we've actually -7'd Elspeth before, though. So we got 22 planes and a couple Seat of the Empires. If you're picky about it, drop down to 1 Seat of the Empire and have 23 planes. But in a build like this, I do like having a couple seats, and I think it'll come in handy more than we get stuck on like 2 seats in our opening hand, you know? Got some honorable mentions over here, guys. So the deck kinda knows how to go wide. We don't have like Wedding Announcement in here though, so Intrepid Adversary could be pretty cool. It's not a soldier, and there are a ton of 2-drops already. I think the lifelink on this could come in handy too. It's just a very powerful card that we see in mono white aggro, but I couldn't find room for it this time. Savior of Allenbach and Cemetery Protector are cool soldiers, and it could go a long way. It's too bad Protector doesn't make more soldiers, instead it makes humans, but yeah, couldn't find room for these either. And Defiler of Faith. If you're worried about the Elspeth Resplendent, which I do think is going to be much more powerful than the Defiler here, if you're worried about it with like Thalia or something, you could try out the Defiler of Faith. It does generate soldiers, which is pretty cool. I just think Elspeth is going to be more powerful. Maybe it's something to think about, you know? Alrighty, guys, let's go ahead. Hopefully I went over the deck well enough. It's a pretty simple one, so let's go ahead, hop into some ranked, and see how we do. Right into that first match. Let's go, guys. Alright, opponent. What you bringing to the table, buddy? Ooh, okay, double Serra Paragon. That's interesting. This is a fine hand. This is fine. Start with the planes and obviously keep the Seat of the Empire, because we might draw planes every turn for a while. Second Thalia. Let's start with the Thalia here over the Sungold. Early Thalia can really be a pain in the butt. Okay, Kami of Transience, nice. Okay. Start with the swing here. We got first strike. Also Seat of the Empire too. We could keep Seat open to hit the Kami of Transience when it swings in, but I think it's going to be better just to drop the Sungold and then go Serra Paragon next turn. Like we could Seat when they swing with the Kami of Transience and then next turn gobble up Kami of Transience with the Sungold ability, but like that could have been good, I guess, but overall, just getting creatures on the board seems better. Nice, we got that plane so we don't have to play the Seat now. I think we'll start with the swing here. Well, there's nothing in any graveyard, but there's something sticking in the opponent's hand here. Oh, they got their own Seat of the Empire. Okay. So I wonder if it's going to be as simple as them using some enchantment removal on the Serra Paragon here. And then maybe next turn we just drop the second Serra Paragon and hope that they don't have more. It depends, because like Circle of Confinement doesn't hit it. Oh, going Hollowed Haunting here. Okay. Yeah, get it down while our Thalia's gone, huh? Okay, wow, this is a little scary. Can probably swing in. They probably don't trade here. They probably take 6. I don't think I'm gonna drop the second Serra Paragon. I think we're gonna play the Thalia from the grave and then play our Guardian. I think Guardian of New Benalia kinda makes it that play, right? Ooh, they're gonna trade here. So I think recasting Sungold Sentinel and taking the Kami of Transience is huge for us. Get that out of the equation and then drop the other Thalia out of our hand. Yeah. I'm gonna keep Seat back. I don't think we need the mana right now. Yeah, Thalia making all of their enchantments cost 1 more. Like a 4 mana wedding announcement. Okay. This could be anyone's game. Brutal Cathar, dude. Oh my goodness. That is gross. I think we do that before combat, so they can't double block Thalia. Even though we could just bring the Thalia back, I suppose. Submit 0. Don't want to take our own cards with that. Gonna chump the Sentinel. Yep, take less damage for sure, because this is a ton going through. At this point, guys, going wide is the best bet. Let's get that Guardian down. And we still have the Serra Paragon if we want to give that indestructible too, but there's not too much in Selesnya enchantments that we have to worry about here. Unless there's some surprises in the opponent's deck, like, yeah, that could be scary. Or like a Depopulate or something. GG opponent. Uh-oh, guys. Unknown test matches again. I can't believe I keep doing that. Ignore those, guys. That is definitely not the same version of the deck because I modified the deck right before pressing the record button, so I apologize. That must have happened a little while ago. So right now, 100% win rate with this deck with our 1 match, but yeah. I keep doing that. Soul transfer. Did I already have 4 of those? I might have only had 3 soul transfers actually. There's not a lot of builds that want 4 soul transfers, you know? Not a lot that I've made at least. Opponent goes first. Not a bad hand. Yeah, this is keepable. It's always a little scary to see that the opponent's going first. Sometimes, like, the Gruul decks especially really can just run away with it. Okay, Thalia's a good draw. Especially if this is, like, Burn or something. But they can easily target Thalia for an extra mana. It's gonna be Gruul too, isn't it? Oh, man. Alright. Beastcaller's a problem, dude. I guess I'm gonna go Thalia here over the Guardian. Because Beast Caller's probably gonna get a buff. Okay, they're gonna get the adversary down. They might, yeah, they might not have another mana. They almost held this back, so no blocks. Brutal Cathar probably hits the Beast Caller. But we're gonna start with the swing because I don't plan on blocking with Thalia just yet. Drop the Brutal Cathar and grab the Beast Caller. And prepare for the Serra Paragon draw, guys. What a sick draw. Okay, a Bloodthirsty Adversary number 2, and we're going to take the 4. And we might want to save the Thalia back. I may have wanted to do that last turn, as it does look like we are the ones that have to be on the defense here. But I don't want to block with Cathar, so I will swing with that, I suppose. Having Serra Paragon as a blocker is pretty solid, and the opponent's missing land. So we might be okay for a little while here. Oh, that's the Beast Caller. Yeah, we have so many solid cards in the deck. It sucks because it's like, when do we actually want to get Dawnguard down? Because it's actually pretty good, but we have so many other better cards packed in here. It's going to be interesting, like, when we actually prioritize Dawnguard over some other cards. They did find the 3rd mana. Now they're wondering, right? Excuse me. If they swing and we block, then which one do they want to hit with their burn spell style thing? They could do some combat tricks, but also we could take 4. It's a little risky. I guess they are at 15, so it could be a little risky for them too. They would have to like close out the game. Really? Wow. I mean, I'll take it. I'll say it at the end of every match once again. I apologize, guys. I just forgot to clone the deck after editing it, and I didn't know that I played test matches a while ago. Yeah, ignore these first 3 games, guys. Those first 3 games were a different version of the deck this time, and also that was a while ago too, so womp womp. We'll see. I guess if you want to count them, total win rate of 60% is pretty good so far. If you want to count them, but I wouldn't. Alright, opponent, what you bringing to the table, buddy? I'm curious to see how much of the meta we're actually going to see today. Still a little bit of mono black floating about, but mostly I'm running into like Orzhov instead. Could be a risky hand to keep, as sometimes we struggle to find the 3rd mana. But like, when we have some powerful 2-drops for a couple turns... Oh, nice. We drew the planes anyways, so I'm gonna go Guardian. Kind of save the Veteran as a surprise here. Okay, some Grixis. Yeah, that's more of the meta, for sure. Grixis definitely runs Make Disappear, so that's, oh nice, yeah, reinforcements, that's perfect, dude. Now we can do it on their turn. I will swing with the Guardian. I'm not sure that it's gonna be just like spot removal or something when we can just discard, you know? We're gonna end turn. We're not gonna play into a Make Disappear if we don't have to. I'll do it on their turn so that way they tap down a little bit. Let's see, Fable of the Mirrorbreaker? No, let's see. See the Make Disappear here. This might not be a card that they want to hit with Make Disappear. There it is, okay. So now we can successfully play our Veteran if we wanted to. A cut down could happen. Nothing great for the Cathar to hit, right? If they went Fable of the Mirrorbreaker, then obviously that would be the play. So we could... I think it's just Veteran, but it feels like a cut down, huh? Get that swing in. It is a cut down. Okay. So far, the opponent's deck has been predictable, but I think we can get there. Where's the Fable? When's that coming onto the table here? Corpse Appraiser. Okay. Eee, that's not great, is it? Not when we have Serra Paragon. We definitely hope that they don't have too many more of those. Yeah, they take care of the veteran first. That definitely makes sense, since that ability's tacked on there. Okay, let's see. Ooh, Dawnguard. Okay. Honestly, the Brutal Cathar hitting the Appraiser seems pretty bad, since we know that this deck is packed full of removal. They remove Cathar, get the Appraiser ability again. Seems pretty bad. Swinging into the Appraiser is pretty bad too, so I'm just gonna go Dawnguard this turn. It's too bad we can't enlist. Like, I guess enlist would be a little bit too powerful if you could use... yeah, it needs to be a creature without summoning sickness, which is a shame, because there's so many moments like this. Yeah, it would be too good, I guess. Okay, 5 mana on the opponent's side there. A lot of mana, guys. Invoke Despair. Gross. Alright, I think I'm gonna keep the Dawnguard. Oh, this is tough, man. Tough decisions. Dawnguard can help us find more off the top, but Guardian's so good. Getting it to nighttime could be good too, and that's like another way where the flash creatures could help us, but getting Serra Paragon on the board while we can, like, that just seems a little bit better. This is an easy trade for the opponent, as they definitely care less about their creatures than we do, so we're not going to swing there. But yeah, this is the type of deck that runs board wipes and all the other powerful stuff. I wonder what board wipe they're opting for, since they're the type of Grixis that runs probably all 4 Invoke Despairs, right? So would it be Burn Down the House? Probably not. Maybe like a 1 or 2 of? Maybe. I doubt it's Burn Down the House. It's probably some other form. Maybe the Domain board wipe. Maybe. I mean, they do have the Xander's Lounge. Maybe Path of Peril. They might be splashing white. Corpse Appraiser number 2, making the Serra Paragon a little bit weaker. Just a little bit, though. Okay, Corpse Appraiser number 3 is in the grave now, so that's good news. Oh my goodness, Blood Tithe Harvester. Some powerful vampires over there chilling. Another Gavony Dawnguard. Funny enough, I do want it to be nighttime, but yeah, the Brutal Cathar is probably not the greatest. Flying in the air is probably pretty good here. And I think I will play the reinforcements this turn just for the sake of using Serra's ability. I think, yeah. Yeah. I think for the sake of using the ability, we'll do this and then keep the Cathar Commando open for the end of their turn. Yeah, it's too bad we can't get the Dawnguard's ability going, huh? This says once during each of your turns, so we couldn't flash this out on the opponent's turn. Alright, and we'll keep the Commando open. That way, if they do end up wiping the board, at least we'll still have a creature at the end of their turn. This is going to be an uphill battle, guys, period. Like, we let this game go on for far too long, and this style of mid-range is just nasty. At this point, it is definitely leaning towards the opponent, but if they can't find, like, an answer for Serra Paragon in the air, then we might be able to close it out pretty effectively with flyers. Okay, there's their first answer. It's gonna say, like, planes off the top. Elspeth could hit the Dawnguard, give it flying. Oh, buddy, they dropped the Sheoldred too. Oh, man. Grixis, powerful, good stuff. Alright, let's get that Cathar Commando down. And we don't have an answer for Sheoldred here yet. Until we can play the Cathar down. We do gotta take 2 damage. Honestly, second Serra Paragon's pretty good. But grabbing that Sheoldred is probably a little better. Ah, man. Oh, there's no great swings on the board either. They got so many chunky creatures, guys. So the Cathar is, like, definitely just going to get eaten by some spot removal. There's no doubt in my mind. Hopefully we didn't just protect it from a board wipe. Oh, yeah, that probably happened, huh? Well, we'll see, we'll see. Commando's pretty good. Any of these trades is pretty good. And if it is a board wipe, we'd rather it get gobbled up now. Oh, Blood Tithe Harvester can also hit Cathar. If it's gonna be that, then I'm okay with a trade into the Dawnguard too. Because at this point in the game, guys, we are at a disadvantage. And so not doing stuff like this. Okay, so their plan is to go Harvester and take out the Cathar. So was there a better play? Keeping Sheoldred on the board, letting them gain 2 life this turn is probably pretty bad. Oh, okay, it's something else then. They just passed it back. Of course, after the Dawnguard, right? And we can't get it back to daytime with the Dawnguard either, so that's first strike. I'm swinging, guys. I'm full swinging, actually. I'm going for it. A little bit of extra damage. It's kind of like I said, we're at a disadvantage at this point, so. Okay, they go for the token, and they're gonna take 4. And I guess we'll get Serra Paragon down. Or try to. Actually, it could be another Make Disappear in their hand. They only played 1 so far. Worth a shot, worth a shot. Because they're at 6 now. That'll be a Make Disappear that's not in their hand anymore. We can recast the Dawnguard from our grave next turn, potentially. Getting a 5th mana would be great. We can definitely function on 4 mana for this deck quite well. The problem is we happen to have our 1... Oh my goodness, they dropped the Rona's Vortex and banished the Serra Paragon to the bottom of the library. That's pretty brutal, man. Oh, they're going to take 3 damage here to take out the Moonrage Brute. Oh man, Sheoldred slams back onto the table. At this point, guys, I don't know what we need. Valiant Veteran's pretty good, actually. We go wide here again. See, it's nighttime. We can switch it back to daytime. I don't know what we need to switch it back to daytime for, but I guess we'll start. We can flash out reinforcements on their turn, too. Yeah, they're going to get the life gain from the Sheoldred here. This is a rough match, guys. There's, like, a lot of plays that we could have done differently, and, like, a lot of questions then, like... Yeah, because now they can just Harvester take out the Veteran, too. We still get to go a little bit wide, but the life gain from Sheoldred is going to be brutal. Okay, we're going to try to flash down the reinforcements. This is activate only as a sorcery, so maybe we're wide enough. Oh, we have the Elspeth Resplendent. We're going to try this before combat, guys. 1, 2. If they don't have removal, I suppose this does it. We don't want to target the Valiant Veteran. Oh, crap. The -3 could do a lot, too. Oh no, tough decisions, guys. -3 might be better because of the shield counter, and we might find removal for the Shieldred.
May your peace last.
Adeline. Okay, hopefully the -3 was the better bet on the Elspeth Resplendent, because this sure feels like they have something, you know? They skipped the Harvester's ability to take out the Veteran. So, we could get 4 damage through. They're going to gain another 2 from the Shieldred this turn, because we did miss the Brutal Cathar on the -3. So let's keep the Veteran back, and then if they drop removal on the Veteran, we only get 1 damage through. We have another one over here. Alright, we're going for it. We're going for it, guys. It's the same concept, right? We're kind of at a disadvantage from here on out. So every chance we get. So there was the removal. So all those go back down to 1. Then they can block them successfully. Oh no, Adeline gets taken out from the Harvester's ability here, and they gain another 2 from the Shieldred. Yeah, Adeline gets taken out. Shield counters don't work with the -X/-X. Oh no, guys. Oh, they just got rid of a blood token. Oh, they must have another Harvester in hand. Well, they would have played, oh yeah, there it is. Adeline, my friend, I'm sorry. What have I done? Oh no. Yeah, Shieldred's a problem, guys. Big problem. Oh, and it swings in at the Elspeth. Oh no, we really need to see a Cathar, but it doesn't look like it's gonna happen. Now we're seeing some mana. How far are we in the video, guys? I might wanna, if the game takes too long, because we are at 10, so I'm gonna hold back here, guys, and here's why. Like last turn we swung, sure it was risky and whatnot. We hold back this turn because when they block the soldier, it makes the veteran's ability a lot worse, where we want to give those +1s to as many of our soldiers as possible next turn, because we might just top deck another plains, so it's probably just going to be the veteran's ability. What are they going to bring back? Oh, they just, oh, a Blood Tithe Harvester for sure. Yeah, Harvester's nasty. Oh, they go Corpse Appraiser instead. I guess they can hit the veteran from the grave. Oh, smart. That is very smart. Oh, they hit the Gavony Dawnguard instead, leaving us with the veteran's ability. But yeah, they have 3 blockers, so yeah, I guess it's the opponents, guys. There's the plains. We'll go ahead, buff our soldiers. It's not going to be switching back to daytime anytime soon. So, I think that's it, huh? We'll see if the opponents start swinging in, since they're getting so much life gain. And they can actually get more life gain from these blood tokens too. So they might end up swinging in. Or they might just, yeah, they might have like lethal damage here too, because something like another Invoke Despair could do us in. Dang, guys. Oh, let me know if you saw a way through. I really want to know. Because, like, there were so many things we could have done differently throughout this entire match. To the point where, honestly, it's probably too complicated. Oh, Invoke Despair. So they did have it. Hey, good game, opponent. I truly believe this could have gone either way. And it might have actually been my fault. Honestly, somewhere in there, I might have just missed a better play. Yep, ignore those first 3 games, guys. Those were a different, those were test matches with a different version of the build. So far, we got 2 victories and 1 loss with this version of the deck. Not bad so far. Losing against Grixis good stuff, it doesn't feel that bad. Like, that is a powerhouse of a deck, and as you guys can see, very difficult to go up against. Nice, great hand. Opponent goes first here. Uh-oh. keep this, though. This is good. This is excellent. Got the planes. Okay. Excuse me. Really? And some more Selesnya enchantments, I guess. So with the Kami of Transients, I'm okay with flashing down like Commando and stuff. But we'll probably just take the 2 and go Reinforcement, so that way we can buff it with the Veteran. Ooh, second Kami of Transients, though. Might want to go Brutal Cathar next turn instead. Yeah, we'll take the 2. Double Kami of Transients is super scary, but it's not too bad. Cathar probably gets gobbled up by removal, but it's worth the try. Because buffing the board state with double veterans next turn sounds pretty insane. Here comes the removal. No, Hollowed Haunting. Are they going to swing with the Kami? They are. We're going to take that damage, guys. This is going to be a big chunky swing from us. Buff. Buff. Look at that. 10 damage. Okay, now the removal's coming, and then they're going to get some chump blockers from the Hollowed Haunting. But let's be real, guys. That was worth it. Restoration. They get some blockers down, yeah, but also Circle of Confinement? No, Weaver of Harmony. Another spirit coming down. Pretty chunky things happening on the opponent's board too, guys. More planes. Not great to see, but Seat of the Empire totally works here. Also, do we have a legendary on the board? We do not. So, okay. Cathar Commando does a lot here too. Let's see where they end up blocking, and then probably go Seat of the Empire this turn. As much as Cathar Commando should probably take out the Hollowed Haunting. That's 6 damage going to face. Okay, they are going to chump with Weaver too. They get this Kami of Transients back. So I guess it's going to be Cathar Commando take out the Hollowed Haunting over the Seat of the Empire. How do you guys feel about that? Only 3 damage through. Yeah, they had pretty great blocks that I may have wanted to think about a little bit. Take out that Hollowed Haunting. Ooh, that's pretty bad though, because Restoration brings back Weaver. Well, we still wanted to do that before they... Maybe I held back there, guys, but their board state was about to get out of hand. Well, maybe not. If I had the Cathar Commando take out the Hollowed Haunting... Oh, no, guys. Oh, no. Oh, they had great blocks. Oh, how did I want to do that? Oh, no. I might have butchered this game with a swing. At the same time, maybe not. Opponent had sweet blocks, didn't they? I see the Empire wasn't open, and I have a feeling... Oh, Serra Paragon. Oh, we don't... This has Trample, too. Yeah. Oh, no. What have I done? Oh, there might have been a better way around this one, too, guys. Valiant Veteran. Reinforcements, like, we could get chump blockers, but the Kami of Transients Trample, guys, it's a little bit too tough, huh? Cathar Commando's great. I think that's that. We'll bring back Reinforcements. We do get a little bit of life gain from whatever card we bring back, too. And that is a full swing from the opponent, if I've ever seen one, huh? Maybe I really should have thought through that swing a little bit more. It was pretty hasty. It was. I'm gonna go back in the video and watch that to see just how foolish it was, right? Okay, so we have a chump, and we block. Hold up, are we alive? No, we're not alive. Are we? Are we alive? No. We're not alive. It's 5. Wait. Do we gain the 2 from this before we die? I don't think so. I think that's only with like lifelink and stuff. Yeah, we'll drop them the GGs. Right, yeah. Oh, we would have been at 0 anyways. Even if we did gain the 2 before the death happened. Alright, I'll say it at the end of every match. Those first 3 games were test matches. I apologize for repeating myself, guys, but just in case you're skipping around the video, the matches with this exact version of the deck are right here. 2 wins, 2 losses. Let's see if we can end the evening on a high note with another victory, and hopefully I don't butcher the game. I feel like those last 2 kind of feel like they were my fault, guys, and you know, not every day that happens. Almost every day, but you know, it's not every day. Alright, opponent, what you bringing to the table? Just anything except Selesnya enchantments, because they just got their revenge against me there. Great hand. Opponent goes first again. Ew. Ew. Still a really good hand, wow. Elspeth on the top end once again for this game. Oh no, is it mono blue for the last game? It might be. Getting this Thalia down is going to be very important. Unfortunately, they're going to keep 2 islands open and pass. So now we have that. We have to make that decision, and what the decision's probably going to be is keep reinforcements open for their turn, and we're actually going to see like how important Flash actually is. Like, because doing it on their turn means they have to use their counter on their turn if they don't want the reinforcements on the board. Yeah, Thalia, if we went first, right, like this might have been a different story where Thalia might have been able to lock this down early on. But right now we have to play it a little bit different. And we might be able to get there. It's actually been a second where Mono Blue has truly terrified me. I mean, it can still definitely get those wins. Yeah, that didn't even stick, did it? That felt funny. That felt weird. Either they clicked through it really fast. Alright, we're gonna start with this swing. Alright, we're gonna attempt the Thalia, I guess, just in case. Now, they'd still have, like, I guess the other initiate first? Just in case it is a make disappear and we could pay for it. See, now it's sticking. Alright, we'll attempt the Thalia. We still have 2 other Thalias in this build. The problem is if it... Yeah, Urtai score and GG. I mean, not GG like as in the whole game. I mean, like, good game in the game of life, you know? Thalia not hitting the board means initiates are going to have a harder time actually getting the boost. Tolarian Terror is actually not too terrifying here. They get a great block on the initiate, but buffing the initiates is actually pretty huge, and then we can always bring it back with the Serra Paragon potentially. I'm swinging, guys. I'm swinging. The Terror can run away, like a second Terror from the hand or something, anything. Any more creatures from Mono Blue could run away with this. Go for the reinforcements. Huh. I guess we play this as a land in case we want to attempt the Elspeth next turn and we top deck a plains. Which honestly, okay, Haughty Djinn, yeah, like I said, any more creatures from the opponent is going to be very bad for us. They have 1 island, so Elspeth can hit the board and we can go -3. We find another veteran, that's pretty good. Serra Paragon's good too, but Elspeth is probably a little better. It also probably guides an attack away from our face. Oh, this could be a Spell Pierce. It's a Spell Pierce. Also, everything was 1 less too, so it could have easily been like a make disappear and stuff. Oh no, the Spell Pierce was really bad though. Alright, Djinn can start swinging in probably successfully here. Oh, second Haughty Djinn, guys. And a land. Alright, well, if they got a counterspell for the Serra Paragon, do we do this before combat? Reinforcements? No. Well, I don't even think we swing. Yeah, we don't swing. We just go... Okay, well now it's not sticking. Is it Thalia time? The Haughty Djinns kind of cancel out Thalia, so it's kind of pointless. I think we just go wide, since we have the veteran on the board. It's pretty good. It's pretty good, guys. We got a great swing. Maybe next turn. Now I'm scared to swing in, though. The opponent in the last game really outshined me there. Another Serra Paragon. So we'd buff both initiates here. See, any Fading Hopes, anything like that, it would be an absolute blowout. Second Serra Paragon's fine and dandy. I'd rather... I'm full swinging. We're at a serious disadvantage here, guys. I'm going for it, man. I'm going for it. Wherever they want to block, they don't know what we have in hand either. This is a ton of damage, so could be a second seat. They don't know. What's probably going to happen this turn, though, okay, is we drop the second Serra Paragon and then bring back... Also, we could just buff all our soldiers too, but this is much better, I'd say. The opponent's down to 1 and they are unable to swing successfully, so... Unless they counter this, in which case buffing... Ooh... Auto pay. Just in case, guys, because they have a ton of damage on the board. They could go like Consider, they could go like Thirst for Discovery. There it is! Let's go, guys! Oh man, I hope I redeemed myself there at the end. Let's go ahead and take a look at the deck again. Real quick, I know, I keep saying it, but these first 3 games were actually some test games from a while ago from a different version of the deck. So completely ignore those 3 matches there. Today's win rate was 3 victories and 2 losses, so 60% for today's win rate. Pretty cool. I am completely satisfied with that. We went up against some serious meta decks there, guys, so... okay, well, I definitely had 4 forests, unfortunately. That must be what the 20 gems here is. It's too bad it doesn't give you stuff that you don't have, you know? Soldier aggro. Here's the list. What do you guys think is going to change the most once the Brothers War releases? Because soldiers look nasty. If you guys have seen anything from the new set, let me know your thoughts down in the comments, because like, yeah, some of those soldiers for real look insane. I believe there's some 1-drop soldiers too, which is going to be pretty cool. It's going to be a little sad replacing Initiate because it's such a you know, such a classic at this point. The training is so powerful and being able to use those counters is huge. Against that one Selesnya enchantment build, I probably should have used Commando in a different manner, or yeah, I don't know. Those 2 losses, I kind of butchered them, and I feel like I butchered them pretty bad too, so I wouldn't even blame the deck. I feel like there's a good amount of power in the build. We didn't get to use Dawnguard's ability today because it kind of didn't line up very well, did it? Like, there were definitely moments where I guess we could have tried to line it up a little bit better to switch to day and night and all that stuff, but sometimes it's just going to line up perfect for you. And there's going to be moments where you're going to be able to keep a reinforcements in hand, have it switch to nighttime, drop the reinforcements on your opponent's turn, and then, you know, you get that extra card draw from the Dawnguard. But more importantly, I think the Ward 1 is just actually pretty important. Being able to protect this a little bit, you know? A 3-mana Infernal Grasp is actually pretty bad, so... And then if you had Thalia on the board too, so... Elspeth was cool. The Spell Pierce in that last match hurt my feelings, but that's okay. I think the Elspeth, if it did hit the board, that probably would have been a nail in the coffin then and there as well, but it depends. Double Seat of the Empire, I still believe is worth it. In certain decks, doubling down on the Seat of the Empire is worth it. And it's not every game where you're just going to draw 2 Seat of the Empires and then cry yourself to sleep. It's probably 1 in every 10 games or 1 in every 20 games. And most of the time, you just really like to see it, and you really like to use it as removal, as it's a very powerful card, isn't it? Anything else that I want to talk about with the deck? Yeah, Valiant Veteran, that's one card that's not going to change once the Brothers' War comes out, huh? Like, this is probably, most definitely, honestly, gonna be in the soldier build, because just buffing a wide board state of soldiers is huge. When we did get the Elspeth out, we had a chance of a -3 that would have done a lot more, but we didn't end up hitting it. And yeah, 7 cards is a ton of cards, but I guess sometimes you're just not going to see what you want to see. But honestly, a lot of the time, you're going to see what you want to see. 7 cards is so many cards. And there's just so many terrific things to hit here. I grabbed the Adeline in that game against Grixis, and I didn't really think it all the way through. I thought it was safe with the shield counter, but yeah, the -X on the 2-drop vampire, yeah, that obviously hits it and gets around the shield counter, and we're seeing a lot of that card too, so that's something to think about with the Elspeth shield counter, you know? Guys, if you made it this far into the video, y'all are champions, and I super duper appreciate you, and I will see you in the next video.